They're still flying over, flying back and forth, amplifying the sound of helicopter activity, meaning it's really loud, and they're engaging in demonic pacing, okay? This is targeting by the Ontario Police Department, repeatedly engaging in that. This is, again, the engineer light. They are engaged in monitoring, criminal monitoring, and they're demons in doing so, flying in circles, flying directly above. They're pacing on an ongoing basis, and this is what the Ontario is using helicopters for. This is in conformity to the P.O.C, the multiple police departments that I'm documenting engaging in the same pattern of conduct, and this is why Mike LORENZ is not a legitimate chief of police. First of all, this is a corrupt government actor, and he's a demon, and the demons that are working for the Ontario Police are engaged in state surveillance, which is a demonic system of surveillance, and they're doing it with the people of the state, where they're maintaining presence in the demonic environment. This is where the Ontario International Airport's doing the exact same thing, flying over a multi-family residential complex, a senior citizen complex, doing so at what is 12 o'clock in the morning, and doing so repeatedly, which is what you've seen them doing on an ongoing basis. And they've been doing this for years, by the way, following me from place to place in helicopters in that specific environment, vibrating the apartment, which is sensational activity, amplifying the sound of helicopter, which is audible activity, and doing so with the demons that I'm documenting on an ongoing basis. The demon of 55 is going to federal prison, and that's who she's group stalking with. And she represents the state, the entire population, who is fully documented by address, by license plates. They're group stalking with the entities keeping the fake sun all day long at this address, and they're all going to federal prison, every single last one of them. And that's why they're going to federal prison, and so are the demons that are using helicopters to engage in surveillance. Abanath Capital Management LLC was going to be civilly and criminally prosecuted, and the people of the state that live at this property are engaging in state surveillance. This is not a private residential area. This is state surveillance that's underway. And that's how you have the specific environment. That's why you have the specific environment. I just want you to see the multiple shadows. Here's one shadow here. There's another shadow over here. This is engineer light that I'm being molested by, and there's another shadow back here on the wall. Over here, let me get in the way so you can see. This is engineer light, and this is the same light activity that you're seeing during the day while the fake sun is here. The fake sun is here, and this is the exact same light activity. The entity's surveillance in the sky space. This is all manner of aerial surveillance over the apartment buildings, engaged in the ongoing pattern of kind of group stalking, just like you saw the LAPD doing. They're going to federal prison. Dominic Choi is not a chief of police. Neither is Mike LORENZ. They're engaged in the statewide P.O.C, and it's demonic, and the demons of the Ontario PD are going to federal prison. The people of the state group stalking with the Ontario PD are going to federal prison. Everybody in this building, everybody in this building, everybody I document group stalking with the Ontario PD are going to federal prison, including Tracy Banks. This is the entity's engagement in an ongoing conspiracy to murder and kidnap an American citizen whom they're keeping under surveillance, and the Ontario Police is documented engaging in years of trying to kidnap, criminally defame, and literally manufacture criminal cases against me, and I have never committed a crime. Okay, and using what is the evidence as this, that evidence is what I have years of them engaging in what is harassment and terrorism as an entity engaged in group stalking me with the people of the state. With the people of the state, and the Ontario Police has been engaged in this criminal system for years, and they're doing it still, what is at 12 o'clock in the morning. This is a 55 plus community. They're flying in circles directly over the apartment. They are targeting under the fake sun all day long, and they're targeting right now in engineered light. That's impossible light activity that you're seeing. My shadows upright, down on the ground, multiple shadows, having multiple shadows in front. That's not the normal light activity. That's relevant regarding the presence in the sky space in helicopters. That is the hallmark of group stalking. The entity is engaged in the pattern of conduct. This is exactly what I was documenting in LA, where the LAPD is engaged in the statewide P.O.C as well. And as I traveled to San Diego, as I traveled to Kern County, as I traveled to Nevada, the entity is engaging in this readily identifiable pattern of conduct. This is where the Monrovia Police, the Arcadia Police, they're all engaging in an identical pattern of conduct. In Ontario, you have already seen them engaging in terrorizing and repeatedly kidnapping while they were group stalking. That's why they're going to be disbanded, and they're going to federal prison. And the demons that are stalking in helicopter over the sky space, in the federal prosecution of the state, their names are going to be produced. They're going to federal prison. And the people of the state that live at this property, there's no respect with regard to being a senior citizen. These senior citizens are engaging in that same exact identical pattern of conduct. Senior citizens and all. This demon of 55 does not take a nap. She never takes a rest from engaging in terrorism, monitoring my every physical, most minute, subtle movement, and everything I'm doing on a phone. My credit card information, my bank accounts, my PayPal, engaging in what is ongoing federal stalking in violation of Title 18, and also engaging in what is group stalking in helicopters on a 24-hour basis, including in means that are detectable, meaning hearing the helicopters and feeling the vibration of the apartment, which is demonic. Flying over the sky space like you're seeing them do does not create an earthquake inside of the apartment. This is hostility by the demons who are monitoring evidence that I just downloaded 43 videos, and all 43 are going up onto YouTube, and I'm going to publish them. And this is another one that's going on the front page of the YouTube channel, exposing what is terrorism and psychological torture by the entity engaged in federal group stalking and monitoring. And the Ontario Police is a terrorist organization, just like all of the other terrorist organizations engaging in the same exact P.O.C. under a light source that's not the sun, and light activity that is not natural or ordinary light. The character of the light where the entity is stalking you as an entity is demonic, revealing a demonic and malicious criminal pattern of conduct. Okay, many of the demons are part of the Ontario Police. They're all going to federal prison, and the Ontario Police Department is one that will be disbanded. They have not been a legitimate police agency for years, and my evidence dates back showing that, proving that. All right, it is currently, again, 12:58 a.m. This is ongoing harassment, terrorism, and psychological torture while the entity is engaging in federal stalking. That is aware of what it is that I'm doing on my phone, which is downloading 43 videos, which I'm going to publish onto YouTube. And the entity is doing so on behalf and in concert with the demons such as 55, who is an ongoing chief means of amplification of audible activity, while a demon-possessed person is walking that's not going to create crackling sounds in the ceiling, as though the ceiling is going to crack in, as though the walls are caving in. And the entity is doing so with regard to my every most subtle physical movement and activity on a communication device. You just saw that helicopter activity. This demon in apartment 55, license plate 5WUB715, 5WUV715, is going to federal prison, and so is everybody else in this building that shares with me, because they're all in relevant position groups stalking together. They're all engaging in terrorism together. They're all engaged in federal stalking via communication devices on the internet. They're all engaging in what is threatening you and targeting you and terrorizing you together. Those demons that have access to helicopters, they're the ones that are engaging in that manner of posing the highest threat on behalf of all of the demons who are group stalking you together. And that is supported through the body of evidence that is the P.O.C. This is 12 o'clock in the morning when they're pacing over a senior citizen complex. That's a pattern of conduct where there's no difference in the age. It doesn't matter what the race or the age or the neighborhood, as I've shown you. Because there is never going to be a sun over my head at the San Diego Police Department when I'm standing right here at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and that fake sun is right here over the top of my head. This is the environment where the Ontario Police are engaging in the same criminal system that the San Diego Police Department are engaging in, the same criminal system that the Los Angeles Police Department are engaging in. This is what I've been documenting since 2018, and the Ontario Police is one of many that will be disbanded. And that Chief of Police, Mike LORENZ, his days in law enforcement are over. All right? This is not only public corruption, this is demon possession exposed. This is P.O.C.